Today we're looking at a way to stretch the middle part of your back. This is often quite an awkward area to try and stretch, and we're more looking at stretching the lower rib cage and the muscles overlying it rather than a specific muscle, like you would stretch your quads, for example. So lots of people tend to find the middle part of their back aches if they're carrying lots of bags around the place, children, if you're cycling with a rucksack, or even cycling for a long period of time, you can get this sort of middle back ache through there. Likewise, laptop work, when you just hunched over a laptop and you get a lot of forward bending in your middle back, the muscles overlying it can start to fatigue and ache, and the joints underneath tend to get a little bit stiff. So how do we stretch it? Really easy. I'm going to do this in exactly this position, so you really can do it anywhere. You can do it sitting at your desk, you can do it standing, and you can modify it slightly to do it lying on the floor, but I'm not going to show you that one because it's too easy to do it in other positions. So if we're looking at stretching this part of our back here, we've got to think about what we're trying to elongate. So we're trying to increase the distance between the hip and the shoulder girdle, and we're also looking at left and right versus front and back stretching as well, because we're thinking about the back as a 3D structure rather than just a 2D structure at the back of your body. So what we start with is we start by lifting and increasing the distance between hip and shoulder. So the easiest one is lift your arm up and then reach up to the sky. If I bend my elbow, you can see how my elbow increases there. You should start to feel a little bit of stretch, not a lot of stretch, but a little bit of stretch there. It depends on how tight everything is. Now, to increase this further, what we do is we essentially side bend, but instead of collapsing down to one side, I want you to maintain this length here. So we come up and we go across. Now you should feel a lot more stretch coming down into the side of your waist, just towards the back of your hips there, and also at the back of your rib cage, just underneath your shoulder blade. So we're keeping the length and we're just increasing, creating a sort of banana curve in our body through there. Now, this is a good stretch. If it is extremely tight, this might be as far as you're able to go, or as far as you want to go. If you're not quite hitting the spot, which I fancy a lot of you will find, all you want to do is almost push forward. So you keep the hand at the same height and you push forwards. You can see how big my hand looks in comparison to the rest of my body on this video. And you should feel that stretch move behind the rib cage a little bit more. So if I turn around, you can see it should be around here. So we've come up, across and forwards. In this position, what I don't want you to do is collapse. I want you to maintain and keep thinking about lifting your rib cage nice and high, but I just want you to stretch forwards. If again this isn't quite enough, we look at that 3D and we start rotating. So we start coming across the body a little bit more. So if I do that from the front again, we come up, we go over to the side and we keep that lift, we go forwards and we twist. This, if you do it in 3 stages, you will find, or 4 stages, you will find that the movement is very, very safe and you won't injure your back through there. It's a very controlled movement. You're responding to how your body's feeling, and you're not taking it beyond any end of ranges that could potentially injure your back. Obviously, if your back is aching or this stretch makes it worse for any particular reason, please go and see your osteopath or a physiotherapist who can assess you and diagnose any underlying conditions that might be causing your back pain. There is a myriad of reasons for back pain. Don't ignore it, and don't just think it's normal, because there's always something that can be done to improve the situation. So I hope you enjoyed that from Black Swan Osteopathy, and if you have any questions, please always get in touch with us. We're happy to help. Thank you.